He is arguably the most recognizable human being on the planet. 600 million people follow his every move. He is the pinnacle of physical engineering, a man who has turned his body into a multi-billion-dollar temple of efficiency. We know his diet, we know his workout routine, and we know his celebration. But there is one part of the Cristiano Ronaldo story that remains shrouded in a level of secrecy that even the most powerful governments would envy. It is a story not of goals and trophies, but of contracts, silence, and the engineering of a family. Have you ever stopped to look at the family tree of CR7? On the surface, it looks like a modern, happy household. But when you dig into the origins of his children, you enter a world that feels more like a science fiction movie than a traditional sports biography. Today, we are going to look behind the curtain of the Ronaldo brand and ask a question that many are too afraid to ask. Is Cristiano Ronaldo building a family, or is he building a legacy of genetic clones? The mystery begins in June 2010. The world was watching the World Cup in South Africa. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Ronaldo announced he had become a father. Cristiano Jr. was born. But there was a catch. The mother's identity was, and still is, a total secret. Ronaldo stated that, per the agreement with the mother, who preferred to remain anonymous, his son would be under his exclusive guardianship. Reports surfaced that he paid a British waitress or an American student. The stories vary. The staggering sum of £10 million to give up her rights and never speak again. Then came 2017. While Ronaldo was in a stable relationship with Georgina Rodriguez, he announced the birth of twins, Ava and Mateo. Again, born via a surrogate mother in a laboratory in California. This wasn't a mistake or a fling. This was a calculated, clinical, and expensive decision to create life in a controlled environment. Why would a man who could have any woman on Earth choose to spend millions to bring children into the world without a mother? To understand this, we have to look at the psychology of the alpha specimen. Ronaldo is obsessed with perfection. He doesn't just play football. He optimizes it. He doesn't just eat, he fuels. And it seems that when it came to his children, he didn't want the unpredictability of a standard relationship. He wanted his DNA, his traits, and his legacy without the interference of another family's influence. In the world of Cristiano Ronaldo, motherhood appears to have been treated as a service, a luxury contract that can be bought, signed, and then erased. This brings us to a very dark and philosophical crossroad. What happens to a society when human life becomes a product you can customize? We live in an age where the self is king. We are told that we can be anything, do anything, and buy anything. Ronaldo is the ultimate symbol of this era. He has reached a level of wealth and power where he can bypass the most fundamental human bond, the bond between a mother and her child. Critics call this the commodification of the womb. It is a world where the wealthy can rent the bodies of the poor to manufacture their heirs. It sounds like a dystopian novel, but it is happening in real time, right in front of our eyes, hidden behind the beautiful filters of Instagram. By choosing surrogacy and absolute secrecy, Ronaldo has effectively deleted the maternal half of his children's history. He has created a world where he is the beginning and the end. He is the father, the mother, and the god of his own universe. But there is a deeper layer to this. Think about the message this sends to the next generation. We are moving toward a post-human era, a world where we value genetics over connection, where we value legacy over love. Ronaldo's children are raised in a gilded cage of perfection. They have the best trainers, the best food, and the best genes, but they are also part of a grand experiment. They're the CR7 brand 2.0. When we look at Cristiano Jr. training in the gym at age 10, with six-pack abs and a professional diet, we see a mini Ronaldo. We see a boy who is being programmed to fulfill his father's unfinished business. This isn't just parenting, it's project management. And this is where the love trap we talked about earlier takes a different turn. In the search for total control, has the world's greatest athlete lost his grip on what it means to be a human? The modern world celebrates this. We look at his house, his private jets, and his beautiful children, and we say, he has it all. But having it all usually comes with a price that isn't paid in money. It is paid in humanity. By turning the creation of life into a clinical, contractual transaction, we are stripping away the soul of the family unit. We are telling our children that people are resources. that mothers are providers of DNA, that relationships are agreements. Is this the freedom we were promised? Or is this a new form of elite loneliness? Imagine the pressure on those children. They aren't just kids. They are investments. They are the walking, talking proofs of their father's genetic superiority. If they fail, they aren't just failing themselves. They are devaluing the brand. Now, let's bring this home to you. You might not be a billionaire footballer, but you are living in a world that is trying to turn you into a product every single day. You are told to optimize your life, to brand yourself, to engineer your success. We are being trained to look at other people as tools for our own progress. We use people for attention, for validation, and for pleasure, and then we delete them when they no longer serve our will. Ronaldo is just the extreme version of us. He is the mirror reflecting our own narcissism back at us. We are obsessed with our clones, not necessarily biological ones, but our digital clones. We spend hours crafting a perfect version of ourselves online, while our real, messy, human selves are starving for a genuine connection. This is the secret war of our century. It's a war between perfection and reality. Perfection is clean, it's expensive, and it's controllable. Reality is messy, it's painful, and it's unpredictable. Ronaldo chose perfection. He chose to create a family that he could manage like a corporation. But as any philosopher will tell you, a corporation cannot give you a soul. To the young generation, do not be fooled by the glitzy dystopia. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that total control is the same thing as total happiness. The most beautiful things in life are the ones you cannot control. The accidents, the flaws, the unplanned moments, and the sacrifices we make for others without a contract in place. Real strength isn't having the money to buy a family. Real strength is having the character to build one through the messy, difficult, and beautiful process of human connection. It's about being a man who can handle a woman's complexity, not a man who buys a woman's silence. We have to ask ourselves, do we want to be masters of a digital empire or servants of a human truth? Cristiano Ronaldo has built a kingdom that will last for centuries. His name will be in the history books. But in the quiet moments, when the lights of the stadium go out and the cameras are put away, one has to wonder, does he miss the chaos? Does he miss the real? The lesson here is simple but profound. Your value is not in your optimization. Your value is in your humanity. Don't let the algorithm or the specimen culture convince you that you need to be a machine to be successful. Be real. Be flawed. Be human. Because at the end of the day, a perfect legacy is just a fancy gravestone. But a lived life, a life full of real connections, real mothers, real fathers, and real struggles, is the only thing that actually echoes in eternity. The Ronaldo model is a marvel of the 21st century, but it is also a warning. It shows us that you can reach the stars and still be standing in the dark. Choose soul over system. Choose connection over control. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive at Story Liberator. If this perspective made you think twice about the idols we worship, then our job is done. Until next time, keep your eyes open. The truth is usually hidden in the contracts. Stay real. Stay human.